So this week our computer lab lesson is not a whole lot of new. We need some catch-up time. And we had a bit of a fiasco last week because we have to go over how to use this template. You're going to notice at the top, when you go into your Google Drive, if you've opened this, it will say it's a template copy. And so what that means is I want you to always come back to this one to see what new has been added. I see someone has just jumped on to see what was added today. Then when you see this, I want you to highlight the new portion, which today it's this new chart. They look kind of similar each time. And then you can copy this and then paste it onto your regular computer lab lesson doc, the one that you keep adding to each week. And so this is just a way for me to hand it out to you. Now if you've missed any lessons, you can scroll down and take what is there already, but you really need to not use this copy with your students. Don't share this link to this document. What happened was I left one of the links live that said, click here to, like this one, click here to turn in your digital portfolios. Well, you're going to turn in all your digital portfolios to me and to the class that I'm working with. In the situation we had collaborative Google presentations that ended up being lots of collaborators on the presentation. The kids could not figure out who was erasing their content. They handled it really well though. So you'll notice with the requirements for the Native American regions, I have taken off all the links that say click here. If the links are still here, they're probably a tutorial for how to make it yourself, or you need to fill that in with your work. So let me give you an example. If you click here, it will take you to this Google document, which was the actual assignment. And the week before, I had given you, down below, let's scroll down a little bit, a template for the above assignment. And then there's a template for the Native American slide deck. If you open this up, you can take this template, go to File, make a copy, and then do that 4 times, because what you need to do is make one for each of your own groups. So here's the assignment, and I've now, it's taken forever to load, I've now taken off the links for each of the groups. And so if you look here, well, I have to double check those. I'm going to take those links off. If you click on those, you have to add your own links to the presentation. So you go into the template for the Google presentation, create 4 new ones, rename them with each of the region's names, and then you will make your own. So again, this is a copy that for you to create this for your own students. Don't use this actual copy. I want you to go to File and make a copy and rename it for your own students. That way we're not all sharing this across the globe, although that would be kind of interesting. I don't know if that would work. So what's new today? Let's see. I've asked that the students complete their slide decks. They're kind of behind on that, the group that I'm working with, so they need a little extra time. Again, a reminder to click to see what is required. I put that note for all of you, create slide decks for your students to post their work. Now I put in this time, make a screencast of your presentation. Screencast is a video version of it. So instead of just having a slide deck, kids can actually make a video of their slide deck. And the key to this is they really need to think about what they want to say for each slide. Are you preparing more writing than what you have on the slide? Then you can read that during the screencast. I've put down to use Screencast-O-Matic, and there's a quick tutorial about how to use that. I do have to say that you've got to check to see if your plugins work for Screencast-O-Matic. The Java has to be updated, and if it's not working with the Chrome browser, try Safari or maybe another browser to see if it will work. If Screencast-O-Matic isn't working for you, you can use QuickTime, and that works as well if you're on a Mac, or Snagit is, if you're on a Chromebook, Snagit is a good extension or app that you can use that does screencasting. Just an option. I'm really trying to push this group, see what they can do. We always have keyboarding in as usual. And then the last piece, I noticed that my students who I'm working with have not turned in their digital portfolios. So I put that in red here to highlight. You'll notice that where it says here, I've unlinked that because I want you to create your own Google form for them to turn your students' portfolios into you instead of turning them into me. What I've also done is created a tutorial here for when they finish their Native American regions video. I created a tutorial how to create their first page in their digital portfolio. Kind of walks them through. They can add it as an image and a link to the slideshow if you didn't do the video tutorial, or how to insert a video and how to start writing a reflection. You might want to think about that reflection piece, having kids not just say, oh, this is a report I did, but to really reflect on the process as a writer, maybe how it was to read nonfiction information and pull out what's most important, or even how they grew as using technology, and what challenged them, what did they learn new this time, and maybe how could you use this tool in a new way. Well, I think that's it for this week, and I hope you find these useful.